for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's up guys, Venom Fire here, back with another video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another gameplay in Madden 21. You guys have been showing a lot of love on the gameplay, so we're here to bring you guys another one. Not much has changed with the team since our last upload, which was a gun bunch offset video. Team's pretty much the exact same. I'm working on those solos to get another golden ticket, trying to finish out my levels that I have been stalling on, but yeah, team's pretty good. It's good enough. There's not really that much upgrades I can make anyways, but you see we got Ultimate Legend Romo maxed out with the power up, golden ticket Zeke, the offense looking good, defense again looking the same. As far as the offense that we're actually going to be running today, it's going to be gun tight offset tight end out of the New Orleans Saints offensive playbook. Also is in the Green Bay Packers playbook. We're going to be running 4-6 on defense as usual. Anyways, with that being said, let's hop straight into it. Alright guys, here we are out on the field now. We're going to hop straight into our adjustments. Now, of course, Saints playbook, we got the tight offset tight end. Now I'm going to go to the 4 wide receiver or the halfback 1 package rather to get 4 wide receivers on the field. You see right here, we got wide receivers at tight end now. Hopping into our audibles, we're going to have Y out, HB swing. I also like to throw in Saints in, and then the last play is going to be Saints spot. Of course, I have the inside zone as well. Now, the play I'm usually going to come out in is going to be 0-1 trap. The reason for that is it just gives me a 5th audible, gives me an extra run as well. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, I did do a gameplay on gun tight recently, but this is going to be pretty different. It's a pretty different formation. We're going to start out with a run. We're going to go with the inside zone. What I like to do on the inside zone is I like to go with a little backside motion. The reason I motion this receiver with Deion Sanders is it's going to take the eyes of my opponent's user off of the inside zone, off of the running back, and it could just create a second of hesitation. That's what we want. We're just going to create a little simple stop and go. We do eat a hit stick there, so I might go on conservative, but you see just patient running even against a pretty heavy defensive front. Zeke's a little bit tired. We're going to go back to the air here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is block my running back. We're going to drag A, and that's pretty much it. Just drag A, block your running back. We have a corner out, a couple of drags, and we'll just kind of read the field from there. We got CeeDee Lamb right there. Some stock man-to-man coverage across the board as I run straight into another hit stick. Some great stick work by myself early in this game, but looks like he's going to be going with some man coverage, so we will be able to use that hot route master with Tony Romo to our advantage. I'm going back to the ground game. Even in a tight offset, which is a pretty pass-heavy formation, I'm going to run the ball a decent amount here. That was some bad stick work, but hey, we actually do make it out. Again, my stick work's not off to a good start, but you see we're just kind of feeling out a little bit. We're not going with too complicated setups. We're just keeping things simple, moving the ball, feeling out our opponent a little bit. Here we're going to go to Saints in. What I like to do with this setup is I'm going to use Zeke's under route. We're going to streak Y, slant X. I'm putting A on a flat. We have a stock post with Deion Sanders. So we're just going to kind of run this. He's actually going to run commit, which means Deion Sanders is going to be wide open. Not sure why he would run commit, but that's going to be an easy touchdown for us. Right there, we end up getting the sack. Now, I don't think this opponent is too good at the game. So if it's super boring, I might just hop into another game. Here we are in a 3rd and 17. We'll see if we get the ball back. This opponent could end up quitting, but we'll see. Coverage is pretty well. He's going to throw it at us. Nice little dot. Was just a step behind that in route. So 4th down, I would expect him to go for this. Yes, he is. 4th and 5, we'll see what my opponent can do here. It's going to be some stock dagger. And he's going to throw it right at Neon Deion Sanders. We're going to try and take this to the crib a little bit. But also not just because I want to show off the offense a little bit. We'll see if our opponent is going to actually stay in the game. He's going to quit, so we'll hop right into that next one. Alright guys, what I'm actually going to do is to stay in the game, I'm just going to try and run commit. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're just going to give our opponent a free 7 on defense. This is so my opponents don't quit, because recently in all of these videos my opponents just keep quitting, and I don't like the style of that for the videos. I like to run longer game plans so you get to see more game-like situations. So that's what I'm going to do right here. Bro, you cannot make this up. There's no way this dude just threw a pick on a run commit. Literally cannot make this type of stuff up. So in this situation, I'm probably going to go score 7. Pray that he does not quit, and then we'll give him a free 7. Hopefully he'll stay in the game, but I mean, you cannot make this type of stuff up right now. We're going to go to a new play here. We're going to go to this 0-1 trap, just see what it's kind of looking like. Simple little cutback. Again, kind of testing out the waters. These runs are pretty solid, so we always want to mix them in. Here's another one of my personal favorite setups out of this Y out HB swing play. You're going to go ahead, hitch A, we're going to flat X, and I'm going to also flat RB. This setup can be run without the table route as well if you need that extra protection, but this is just a little solid setup. We got Y wide open there with Andre Johnson. I really do love these corner routes on the short side of the field. They're extremely, extremely good against stock cover 3 in most defenses as well. 2nd and 10, what I'm going to do here is run this Saint spot play for the first time in today's video. We're going to smart route A, streak B. I'm going to put X on a smart routed in route, and then we're with Y. I can do a couple of different things. I'm just going to put him on a little zig route. So what we're going to do is look for Des Bryant here. He has been playing decently underneath. We're also going to motion him out there. We got the table route open. I honestly might have had the corner route open as well, but we'll take our easy 7. Hopefully our opponent's going to stay in the game. We'll give him a free touchdown, and then we'll go back on offense. We're in field goal block, and our opponent is finally going to end up scoring a touchdown. We'll actually try and hit stick him, see what his stick skills are looking like. And there he goes. Just an amazing juke out by him, but we'll give him his free 7. We'll go back on offense. This probably will prevent him from quitting at least by our next possession. And then I might start playing defense a little bit just to show you guys some of that. But yeah, we give our opponent free 7. Let's get back on offense. Going to another new setup out of the Y out HB swing. We're going to keep that running back table route we had. I'm going to put CD on a backside slant, and then we have a high-low with the slant and the drag. So I create another one on the left side where I put Des Bryant on the drag. And then we, of course, have the corner out. Again, I like to run it where I have the corner out going to the short side of the field. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Here we got the drag open with Des Bryant. We'll take our yards, get out of bounds. And again, we're just taking the open read. It's pretty easy to read the field. You see, we actually went with a match coverage there, cover 4 quarters. So we just read the field, take the open player, and just go from there. Here again, we're going to go back to Y out HB swing. You'll see a lot of this play. Again, this formation is very based upon this particular play. I'm going to create another new route combination. We're going to streak X, drag A over there, and then we have a curl flat combo. I'm going to flat RB, put B on a little curl. Of course, hot route master is going to be used a good amount. Just to make this a little bit better, we're going to take our yards with Zeke. Even though it is 3rd down, we're going to make it a little bit manageable, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm going to go back to this route combo we kind of mentioned earlier. We hitch A, flat RB, and then, or flat X rather, and also flat RB, I guess. I don't know why I said rather, but we got the flat wide open, looked like a cornerback blitz, so we'll take our 1st down. I continue to run into hit 6 in today's video. Not sure how Sherman's even laying that hit, but looked like some weird adjustments. He did end up blitzing that corner, so we'll take our first read, which is, of course, the flat route. Here I'm going to go back to the ground game. Again, I like to run the ball at least 1 out of every minimum 3 plays. So that's why we're going to continue to go to the ground. He does have some run-stopping abilities, but that's not going to stop us from running the ball. Of course, Golden Ticket Zeke's going to help out in falling forward. All right, man, it's 4th and 6. I've been making some bad reads, but that's fine. That's completely fine. We're going to go to this little post to slant combo where we just kind of use hot route master. You can really create this out of anything. Actually, I'm going to put B on a hitch instead because we do have playmaker. We have a little slant, flat. Overall, it's just going to be about making a read. This guy, of course, is using the defensive line, so that's going to be a simple slant read, and that's something that I can go to. Even if he does have a user, usually one of those will be open. Here we're going to calm things down a little bit, go back to the Y out HB swing. The first setup we actually ran double drags. We do have playmaker on Deion Sanders if I need to use that. I'm going to use it. He looked like he sent a spy, so we're just going to simply playmaker that. I was kind of eyeing him. I'm sure the other drag was open as well. 3rd and 2, we're just going to try and pick up the 1st down here, running the ball. Should be a pretty simple conversion. Again, I like to motion Deion out, kind of draws attention away. Here, we're not going to go with any patient running. We're just going to kind of run straight, make sure we get the 1st down in the open field. Tried to get a little bit of a stop and go. He ended up missing, which actually ended up helping him in the long run. Red zone's not the best play for a tight formation. I do have a play that I can go to. We'll run the ball first, though. Of course, we're going to try and get our easy 7. If not, we'll go to the air, but we're going to go to the 0-1 trap. I feel it's a little bit better in the red zone than the inside zone. There we go. Simple touchdown. Now we're going to go on defense. We might start playing some actual defense, although we ended up getting that interception by not trying anyway. We do get the ball at half, so I don't necessarily have to play super good, make him rage quit. I could kind of take this conservatively. We would get another offensive possession as well. Again, I'm going to play it pretty conservatively on defense. Just go with like the most basic, simple flat. He's going to get his drag. We have deflator there, so his receiver's hopefully a little bit tired. He's He's going to go to the no huddle, which is actually kind of ideal for us. Going with a little curls play. Nice little pass. Hayes, button up. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Again, we just want to kind of keep him in the game. Oh, right there, that should have been an interception. I had both my user. I clicked on to Dion with Acrobat. Unfortunately, could not get that pick right there. He's going to actually run the ball here. Looks like he's pretty content to just take his points, which is pretty much what he's going to do. We do get the ball at half, so of course, not worried. Although that was a kind of a scuff drive anyway. But yeah, he's going to take his 3, which means he's probably going to stay in the game at least for another 2 possessions, I would say. Here we're actually going to go back to the Saints in play. Again, I like to streak Y, slant X, and go ahead flat A. Something simple like this. Of course, I could, maybe put Y on a little corner route. I could block RB. We have some other stuff that I might go to out of this play, but overall, keep it a little bit simple here. We got Zeke on his underneath route. That looks like a potential match coverage as well. Again, we're going to get a little bit sticky there in the open field, pick up some solid yards. Again, that was cover 4 quarters. So you see, against match coverage, you just create a bunch of crossing routes. Very difficult to defend. Of course, he might have actually been using the 3 receiver hook there, I think. Here I'm actually going to go to a new setup. This was the play that I was kind of talking about running in the red zone. Saints halfback wheel. We want to focus on Zeke's route because it is pretty good. What I like to do on this left side is I can do a couple of different things. Usually my go-to is going to be something kind of like this. I'll post A, hitch Y, flat X. I'll, of course, have the flat with Deion Sanders. I can definitely streak Y if I wanted to, one of those guys, but this is just going to create good spacing across the board. And right there, you see A is going to be open. Fit that in pretty simply. The hitch, again, does a really good job pulling zones down. And, of course, the wheel route took all of his attention of the zones on the right-hand side as well. Here, I'm just going to go to Saints spot out. Again, I like this little setup where I put A on a zig, B on a little smart route in route. Now, I'm actually going to put B on a post instead because that in route was a little bit too short. We're still going to motion it out, though. Again, pretty simple play. You see right there, we got Y open, even though it was a very short route because it was already a shorter distance and we smart routed it. And it's just a shorter corner route by design when you smart route it. We were still able to pass that up the field. His zones were playing a little bit too far down low, and we were still able to complete that pass. Going to go back to the ground here. Pretty simple in the red zone. Make things simple for us. Run the ball. We're going to pick up another 8 yards, get ourselves that much closer to the end zone. And I think I'm actually going to try and go back to the Saints halfback wheel play. 3rd and 5. My opponent played some good defense there, so we're going to go back to the Saints halfback wheel play. It worked the first time. Expect it to work again. We'll see if we can get this wheel route open. Now he is running cover 2, which defends it pretty well. We got Zeke open though. He was using the vertical hook on that right side if I am paying attention correctly. And that was cover 3, so kind of scratch that. But we ended up fitting in. Again, it's better against cover 3, not very good against cover 2. But again, that's my money play in the red zone, that wheel route, similar to the one out of mesh post and some other plays you'll see. And overall, good drive by us. Again, kind of methodical. We get 7 though. Here I'm going to try and generate a little bit of pressure. Looks like we might have. He's going to throw it right in coverage. Dude, we got to get these. Deion's making some plays out there. That's what you like to see. I don't think this guy's very good with pressure. Here I'm just going to kind of play it conservative. I'm going to try and quarterback contain. We'll see if that prevents him from kind of scrambling out of the pocket. Of course, he goes with slants. We're going to kind of click off there. Force the hit stick. Now, I swear, quarterbacks at this time of the year just do not be fumbling that rock. Again, I'm going to kind of run the same thing. We're going to actually quarterback spy instead of contain, because clearly he can kind of sprint up the middle, going with stock slants again, and he ends up throwing it. Nice little pass by him. You cannot make this stuff up, bro. Gets hit, throws an inaccurate pass, and ends up converting. I mean, just a great drive by my opponent. I'm not worried on the offense, but I mean, you can just see how good this game is firsthand right there. He's going to go to the air. This is the 2-point conversion. Again, we're going to send the spy. Finally, we make a play. So we're up 5. Again, we're just going to kind of try and put this game away, not really run up the score. If we score a touchdown, that's cool. Also, even though he did end up scoring a touchdown, we forced a lot of time off the clock there, which is perfectly fine. Again, he did end up getting 1 touchdown himself, so he's really only scored 9 points in this game. We did end up giving him that touchdown, but we're going to start off the drive with a run. That was a pretty obvious run call. But it didn't look like he was ready for it. Just ran that stock nickel normal that he's been kind of sitting in all game. We'll take this to the 2-minute warning, and we're 1, maybe 2 first downs away from kind of putting this one away. Here we're going to go to the Saints in setup, but that I was kind of talking about. I'm going to corner out Y, slant X, flat A. This is very similar to a Y out HB swing type of setup. The biggest difference is that we actually have this underneath route, this under route I think it's called. And then, of course, the post is just a little bit different. It's still pretty good. But we're just going to run this, make him make a decision. We got Y wide open, just going to fit it in. Very particular low ball. If I bulleted it, it might have been incomplete, but we low ball it, we possession catch. Nice pass there by Tony. Just let the D-line user do it, I guess. So here we're just going to playmaker A back in. We're going to kind of scramble out with Romo. Pick up our yards, get on the ground, make him use another timeout. Very important that I did not let the ball hit the ground there. 3rd and 8, he's not going to burn a timeout. We are already in field goal range, so I'm going to try and pick up the 1st down. I'm going to go back to the setup that we had success with earlier. Hitch B, we have our playmaker with Dion. We have the slant, we have the flat, and then, of course, the post. He's going to be using the D-line, so this should be a pretty simple read. It's going to be a low ball possession catch, make sure that we stay in bounds. We're in field goal range. He's going to burn the timeout, and that should pretty much put it away. Looks like he's going to end up conceding the game. We'll just kind of wait for him to resume if he does, but he's most likely going to quit here. And there it is. Your peer has conceded the game, so GG's to my opponent. I did have to do some tactical stuff to keep him in the game, actually, but it is what it is. Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. That's what we did. We end up taking 2 games, so we'll take that. But again, GG's to my opponent. We end up using this tight offset tight end. Let me know more offenses you want to see with these gameplays. I've been enjoying them. You see 46 in the world. I'm just the best player ever right here. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more. Follow me on Twitter. As always, link will be in the description. And peace. I'm out of here.